I'm Eddie Muller. Welcome to Noir Alley, where men and women are completely equal, equally tempted, equally compromised, equally guilty. As this week's evidence, I present a Warner Brothers rarity from 1949, Flaxy Martin, starring Virginia Mayo, Zachary Scott, and Dorothy Malone. It was made as a vehicle for Mayo, and the studio packaged it the same way it had successfully sold earlier noir-stained melodramas, Mildred Pierce, played by Joan Crawford, and Nora Prentice, played by Ann Sheridan. Both were hits, and the studio was hoping lightning might strike thrice. Virginia Mayo was an odd fit for film noir. She'd come up through the vaudeville circuit as a dancer and comedienne before signing an exclusive contract with producer Samuel Goldwyn. After gaining experience by being loaned out for small roles, she hit big as Danny Kaye's co-star in a series of comedies, Wonder Man, The Kid from Brooklyn, and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty made her one of the most bankable actresses of the mid-40s. In 1946, she surprised critics with a change-of-pace dramatic role in Goldwyn's The Best Years of Our Lives, the biggest grossing picture since Gone with the Wind. After another picture with Kaye, A Song is Born, flopped badly, Warner's borrowed her from Goldwyn for a 1948 crime picture called Smart Girls Don't Talk, which led to the studio buying her contract. Hoping to exploit the actress's sex appeal, studio PR Flax quoted the Sultan of Morocco, saying Mayo's beauty was tangible proof of the existence of God. Well, be that as it may, it's a bit unusual that the script for Flaxy Martin gives equal time to another actress. Dorothy Malone had made quite an impression as the world's sexiest bookworm, opposite Humphrey Bogart in The Big Sleep. Following small parts in a few other Warner Brothers dramas, she got her biggest role yet in Flaxy Martin. Now, at this stage of her career, Malone was still playing prim and proper parts, a far cry from where her career would go in the 1950s, when sexy and lustful women became her specialty in films like Battle Cry, The Tarnished Angels, and Written on the Wind, for which she won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar. And talking about a change in type, Zachary Scott, who despite the title is actually the film's protagonist, would under normal studio circumstances be cast as the story's sleek and sinister gangster. Instead, Scott plays against type as a shrewd lawyer who makes the mistake of falling hard for glamorous Flaxy, a femme fatale with a big dollar sign for a heart. Because he's Zachary Scott, he almost makes us believe a plot twist as ludicrous as anything I've ever seen in a crime film. One guy not playing against type is Elijah Cook Jr. Ever since he played the Gunsel in The Maltese Falcon, Cook was the genre's most reliable weasel, a tremulous wannabe tough guy spouting hard-boiled threats he could never back up. His role in Flaxy Martin is more of the same, but with a lot more screen time. Director Richard Baer and cinematographer Carl Guthrie delved deep into the noir look of the period, making full use of the desolate Warner's backlot for some shadowy set pieces. Although this was the first A picture Richard Baer had directed, its B roots are clearly visible. The script by David Lang borrows virtually every scene from different and better movies, and there are enough implausibilities to make the whole thing preposterous. Not to say it isn't fun. Featuring support from Douglas Kennedy in the usual Zachary Scott role, Tom DeAndrea and Douglas Fowley, this is paint-by-numbers noir, and it still looks pretty darn good. Just squint a little and leave logic at the door. To quote the film's coming attractions, "We're connecting you with the most dangerous number in town. Her name is Flaxy Martin."